I wanted to do this quick companion video to my crank it up to 0 before I move on. My next video is going to be about using an external mic or band mixer and how to hook it up. And that video is going to be very much about my opinion on how it should be done. Others have different opinions. The last video, however, was a tutorial on how to achieve unity gain, 0 dB. And some folks had questions. Here are some of the questions. Do you have to readjust the gain for every track? You do, because not all recordings are created equal. If you're dealing with a whole bunch of tracks that you just downloaded from promo only, they're probably about the same. But if you're dealing with, let's say, a new track from promo only and something you ripped into your computer 20 years ago off of your Elvis Greatest Hits CD, yeah, the recordings are not created equal. You're going to have to give that Elvis track a lot more gain, and you're constantly adjusting that gain. That's what the knob twisters are all about, who you see who are trying to fake DJing. That's something that I do a lot. I'm writing the gain all the time. Sometimes I put a track on and it seems like, okay, this is where it should be. You know, I looked at the PFL meter. Cool, we're good. And then later on in the track, you get this huge bass hit and the decibels go pow. Well, I'm constantly monitoring that. If it goes too high, I bring it down. So yeah, I do write that gain. It's just how I do it. Do I DJ that way? Do I DJ using unity gain, the 0 dB rule? Yeah, I do. Where I'm not going any higher than 8 on the faders, and you know I'm hitting 0 dB on the gain, and I'm 8 on the master. That's just how I do it. And it took me a long time to learn how to do that without even thinking about it. If you're used to doing something another way, it's hard to retrain yourself. I understand that. There are some tricks if you want to do this. One trick I want to share with you was the tape trick. Now, back in the olden days, at some of the clubs I worked at, what some of the install people used to actually do is take screws and stick them into the line fader slot right above 8 so nobody went above it. I would not recommend anybody do that. But a safer way to do this, and a good way to train yourself to not go above 8, if you used to just slam it up all the way and you want to try this method, take a piece of electrical tape and lay it across your line faders right above the 8 position. When you bring your fader up, it's going to stop at that 8. Now you could push it a little further if you wanted to, of course, but for the most part it's going to stop there. It's a good way to train yourself to not go above 8. And over time you're going to get used to this notion. Maybe, perhaps, and it's going to become more natural to you. I don't have tape on anything these days, but yeah, it's a good way to train yourself to do it if it's something you're interested in doing. And, you know, some of you don't like how I did that. You feel like you should be able to crank the fader up all the way, you should be able to do other things, and you know what? I don't care what you do whatever you want to do. I wasn't suggesting that you have to do this. I was just demonstrating how to do it. And that is the cleanest output signal you're going to get, and the loudest before distortion you're going to get. It just is. Somebody actually suggested that it doesn't matter with a Pioneer mixer because it has low distortion even when you hit those higher decibel levels. Look, folks, on your master output, +4, +7, +10 dB is the same on a Pioneer mixer, and it's going to be on any other mixer. It's going to be hot. It's a hot signal going to your speakers. Now, the only thing you could do to compensate for that is, I guess, turn your decibels down on your speakers to compensate for it. And if you want to do it, I don't care what you do. I'm just showing you how to achieve the cleanest signal possible. The cleanest output. Cleanest input, cleanest output, loudest before distortion. That's all that video was about. And if you want to do things differently or you believe something else, that's fine. Go for it. Believe what you want, do what you want. We're still friends. It's all good. Again, just showing you how to achieve that unity gain. And that is indeed how I do things. But anyway, just a quick companion video to the last video, and I want to do the video on the external mixer soon. I actually don't have an external microphone or band mixer here to show you how to do it, but I think I can do it through pictures and just explanation. I've done it with others before, and they have reported back to me results that they're very happy with. Somebody out there may disagree with me. It might even be Ben Stowe, because I think we have different philosophies on this. But that's neither here nor there. We'll talk about the next video. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Practice and enjoy.